the record. Okay, Greta, continue, please.
Thank you very much. The next special claim of interest is claim number 5,127. This is to the Mississippi Association of Supervisors. This is a registration fee for Mrs. Davis, Mr. Gaylor, and Ms. Woods.
So moved.
It's been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and properly second. All those in favor of?
Yes.
Opposed to? Motion passes.
Thank you very much. The next special claim of interest is claim number 5,269 to Cherie Lynn Prince. This is in the amount of $3,895.
What's the pleasure of the board?
Mr. President, I'm going to oppose the payment of the $3,895. And the reason being, when this board approved the hiring of an attorney to assist the board attorney, no discussion took place concerning paying the individual an hourly rate of $95. The resolution that was presented to this board did not specify hiring an assistant attorney on a contractual basis. There was an Exhibit A that was attached to the resolution that was not provided to this board concerning the terms of the assistant attorney's employment as counsel, nor were the terms and conditions of that contract discussed with this board, nor was the rate of pay mentioned, because if the rate of pay had been mentioned, I would not have made the motion to approve the amount. As a matter of fact, I went back and requested a copy of our discussion that we had regarding the assistant attorney's pay. The only thing that was presented to this board by Attorney Gaylor, excuse me, was a request to approve renewing the assistant attorney's contract. And I actually made the motion to do so. But I made the motion to renew the contract based upon the fact that I had not been given any additional information, nor did the attorney discuss increasing the hourly rate for the assistant attorney. When you look at the rate of pay annually for the assistant attorney at $95 per hour, then we're looking at a salary of $197,600. The prior contractual agreement that was approved by this board listed the hourly rate as $65 per hour with an annual salary of $135,200. Now Attorney Gaylor is requesting an additional rate increase of $30, not considering the fact that his budget is already overspent by approximately $11,000. He does not have funds available to continue to pay the attorney, I'm assuming anybody, when he has a deficit of around $11,000. Now, why did Attorney Gaylor, and I don't know why he's not here this morning, was trying to circumvent this board by not advising us that he was attempting to increase the rate of pay. I do not know. I think the circumvention in itself is totally deception. Attorney Gaylor represents the Board of Supervisors legally, and he knows, all individual knows, that it is essential that we receive information so that we can make an informed decision. However, Attorney Gaylor chose to not disclose to this board the additional information. I think that, again, that we needed in order to make a informed decision. When we had an audit that was presented by the firm that examined our accounting books, in that audit, the company noted the difficulty of getting information from the board's attorney office and the fact that the attorney was not accessible. I have a list here of the invoice information that has been presented to our Chancery Clerk's office. I have information for both the assistant board attorney and for the board attorney, and there are some questionable expenses listed here. Repeatedly, invoice descriptions for legal services rendered show dollar amounts charged for case management. Like, for example, on 4/18/13, an invoice was submitted for case management. And this was during the time when it was just the rate of pay was $65. Time spent for that one day was 6.5 hours for a total of $422.50. And then there are several other case management invoices that were submitted. My question is, what cases are you managing? Please, ma'am.
Madam Supervisor, as noted in the budget sessions, our office handles over 100 cases directly for the Board of Supervisors. And when you talk about case management, you're talking about conversations with other counsel. Sometimes, depending on the type of action, there's more than one counsel that we have to deal with on that matter. So that's just part of the case management. There's research that's involved. There's a drafting of briefs and memos and other memoranda on behalf of the Board of Supervisors. And just as a note, the previous contract I had said that it was not less than $65. I don't make over $100,000 a year. I don't even work a full 25 hours a week. The contract that was brought before the Board of Supervisors, you made the motion, Supervisor Fisher approved the motion. And if you look at the minutes that were spread across the board, you'll see that that contract was provided to the board prior to. Now, if a supervisor chose to ignore that or not to review it, but the issue that you're dealing with is a contract that has been properly approved by the board, submitted to the board attorney for approval, and it's a proper claim before the board.
At a later date, I'm going to request that we terminate it. The discussion that came before the board did not provide any information concerning the rate of pay. The only thing, and here again, is documented, it was reported. The only thing that was documented was that your contract was being renewed. Now, one other question, what cases, what particular companies, because I have contacted, I did my homework, I have contacted individuals regarding any communications with our board attorney's office, and they are saying that no, the only communication one individual mentioned was that he needed some information, and that information was provided by the project officer. But he has not had any communication with the board attorney or you. I also noted invoices were submitted when you attend board meetings, and I know what's going on there, but these employees serve at the will and pleasure of. We don't need two attorneys to attend board meetings. The purpose of our board attorney is to attend board meetings. The assistant attorney does not need to attend board meetings, so $95 rate was charged back to the county for attending board meetings. Also noted that you drafted several memos, and I don't know who those memos are going to. There is information.
Ms. Calhoun, could I interrupt you for 1 second? Dr. Walker would just like to make a statement in regards to this particular issue. And then we'll go to Mr. Let you finish up, and then we'll go to Mr. Stokes.
Thank you, Mr. President. I want to make sure that we don't enter into a discussion of a personnel issue in this open public forum. Okay, we have to be very careful about that. And there's some things that are being said, and I think sort of move us in that direction. The concern I had was, I guess like everyone else, I received a whole lot of paper. And when I went through a particular piece, stack of paper, there was a shift in payment from $65 an hour to $95 an hour.
Okay, let me go back to Ms. Calhoun, and then we have Mr. Stokes, and then we come back to you.
Okay.
All right, Mrs. Calhoun.
President, if what Dr. Walker is saying, could we just take this up in executive session?
We can. It's executive session item as it relates to personnel in the legal department. But I do want to allow Mrs. Calhoun, if she has anything else she wants to say regarding this issue, it's not a personnel issue, for her to continue.
Yes, sir. The information that I'm presenting is a matter of public record. So this is not in regards to personnel matters. The information that I have here is public information. And there were some situations listed here where the county was charged for database and file management and downloading of a particular program. I don't know what kind of program that is, but when I download, it just takes me a matter of sometimes 30 seconds, 70 seconds, or what have you. But there are questionable charges on here, and again, I'm prepared to vote no. We have a state statute that says that our board attorneys cannot be paid more than our county court judges. I even requested information from our district attorney regarding his attorney salaries, and the highest salary employee that the district attorney has is at $92,000 annually. The public defender's highest paid employee is at, I believe she said, $85,000.
Okay, we're going to try to get this claim on the record, and then we'll see if there's any additional questions, and we'll move on.
And let me just
we don't have a motion yet.
Yes, let me mention one other thing, Mr. President. At the rate of $195,000 annually, we can hire 3 attorneys. I would also like for us to look at our manner in which we do hire an assistant attorney. As a matter of fact, based upon the work, we can hire a full-time. My recommendation would be that we hire a full-time attorney and eliminate the 2 part-time positions. Also, at the rate of $190,000, we can hire 3 attorneys, and that is, we can hire a full-time board attorney, as well as provide salaries to the DA and the public offender for an additional attorney that they keep requesting. And they say they are in desperate need of additional attorneys. So we can take that salary and do a lot with it.
Okay. We need a motion.
Claim number 5269.
What's the pleasure of the board?
Go into executive session with Mr. President?
We can just lay this
You want to take it under advisement?
take it under advisement, lay it to the side.
Mr. President?
Yes, so Mr. Stokes.
Can we get a motion to take it under advisement?
Okay. It's been moved and
To
properly
executive session?
to executive session. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
So we'll
Who made the motion, Mr. Walker?
I just,
Mr. Stokes made
make
the
the
motion.
motion. He can second it, so we'll take it to executive session.
Mr. President,
Mr. Stokes?
while we're getting ready to, while we're waiting on executive session, I do need this on the record. And I thought I heard the young lady say it. Mr. President, I don't think she's making $190,000, but I need her to put on the record. Are you making $190,000? $190,000.
No, I'm not. And the office of the Chancery Clerk can verify that on the average, I work maybe 20, 25 hours a week as needed.
Mr. President, the invoice that was submitted this morning for $3,895 represents 40 hours a week.
Okay, let's go ahead and continue with the claims. We'll take this in the executive session. Let's proceed, please.
Okay, moving along, the next claim of interest is claim number 5281, specifically check number 330451. This is reimbursement for travel to the Mississippi Association of Supervisor Convention for Board Attorney Tony Gaylor.
So moved.
It's been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and properly second. All those in favor of?
Yes.
Opposed to? Motion passes.
Thank you very much. The next special claim of interest is also claim number 5281, specifically check number 330473. This is travel for Supervisor Peggy Calhoun.
So moved.
It's been moved. Is there a second? It's been moved and properly second. All those in favor of?
Yes.
Opposed to? Motion passes.
Moving along to your claims over $100,000 this morning. The first of those is claim number 5254 to Airwave Consulting Company in the amount of $201,227.13. This is your radio maintenance contract, and this is 3 months worth of bills.
What's the pleasure of the board? It's been moved. Is there a second? Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and properly second. All those in favor of?
Question, Mr. President.
Question from Mr. Stokes.
Do we have any other business vendors in this county that has not been paid in 3 months or longer?
I would not know that, sir, because until the bills come in, we have no idea if there's somebody that has not been paid. Until
Could you
they're...
make sure that we don't, that you'll get sued not paying the bill?
Well, the statute says that we have to pay the bill once it's received in the clerk's office. Otherwise, we don't know what's there.
Follow the statute.
So, yes, sir, so you can advise each one, the department director, that they need to submit timely bills to the
Thank you,
clerk's
Mr.
office.
President.
Thank you very much.
Our job is to protect you, and once we receive the claims, then that's when the time starts.
Thank you.
Okay. It's been moved and properly second. All those in favor of?
Yes.
Opposed to? Motion passes. Okay.
Thank you very much. The remaining claims over $100,000 this morning are claim number 5170 to...
My friend was, my friend.
You both